Hi, this is just going to be a video discussing the 90-day hair growth challenge and just giving you a bit of information for starting. Okay, so I'm going to really try and hurry up because I do ramble. I've just got some notes here, so that's why I'm going to be looking down. I've also got some stuff here that I'm going to be using, so don't worry about the clutter there. Okay, first of all, I always start giving out disclaimers. I always start giving out disclaimers at my videos, but again, my throat is still bothering me, so excuse my raspy voice. Also, if you hear any noise coming from up the stairs, my little one is in the front room with daddy and they're playing on the console, so you might hear some noise. So let's get into this. The 90-day hair growth challenge is going to start on the 1st of March, which is tomorrow. Who can join? Anybody can join. Man, woman, I was going to say man, woman, boy or girl. It doesn't matter about the gender, it doesn't matter about the race, it doesn't matter about the age, it doesn't matter about hair texture, hair type, it doesn't matter what products you use at the moment, whether you've got natural hair, whether you've got relaxed or texlaxed or curly perm, whether you wear weaves, whether you wear wig, plaits, extensions, whatever. Every single person who wants to grow hair can join. I have mentioned before about challenges and stuff that I like to do challenges because they keep me motivated, keep me inspired, keep me on track. And I do challenges on excuse me, this hair is in my eye. Try and tuck it behind my ear. Oh no, that didn't work. Anyway, moving on. I started rambling. I did. Okay, so the objective is to improve the health of your hair, to increase growth rate or give it a boost, to retain length, so that will be trying to reduce breakage and shedding and stuff like that, to improve the edges and nape. Okay, so I've got some tips here. These are what I'm going to be doing. A lot of them is what I already do, but for this challenge I'm going to boost it up a bit more, and I've added some things in as well. These are things that I recommend that you do as well. Okay, I'm going to start off with a trim because I don't know if you can see, but if I come a little bit closer and if I... Okay, sorry, my camera just went a bit funny. I was saying, I don't know if you can see, but if I twist this part of my hair and I show you, you can see my ends. They really, honestly, they do need trimming. And I will say that once I've trimmed my hair this time round, I will be 100% natural. So I'm quite excited about that. So anyway, moving on, I'm going to start with a fresh trim because when you're trying to grow your hair, if you've got like split ends or ragged ends or dry ends, or like, you know, you get knots at the ends and everything else, it really does affect. It doesn't affect your hair growth because I've spoken about this a little bit before, that your hair grows from hair and not hair. However, if your hair grows from hair and the ends are not right and you end up having to trim them off anyway, you will not see your length that you will not see the length that you have grown because it will be gone. Okay, and the ends of your hair are the oldest part of your hair, so obviously they've had the most wear and tear. Now with me, I find that back in the day, I never liked trimming my hair because every time I went to trim my hair, the person, whoever was doing it, would cut a lot off. So I'd always go thinking, oh yeah, my hair's grown, and then it will be trimmed back. So it was always a case of a circle or cycle, trim, grow, trim, grow, trim, grow. So my hair never really, you know, gained any length that I could talk about. And also coming from broken hair and like shedding, breakage, hair falling out and everything else, I tend to hold on to my ends because I feel that I'm putting in all the work and I don't want to cut it. However, that can be harmful because if you've got split ends, and I know I'm going into it a little bit, but if you have split ends or the ends of your hair are not in their best shape, then what will happen with split ends, they will continue to, I know it's a debate because some people say it happens or it doesn't happen, but this is what I find for my hair, that when I have split ends, they don't stay at the end of my hair, they continue to go up. And the ends of my hair, they are quite dry, and like I was saying before, I have a little bit of my relaxed ends still in some parts of my hair. Moving on. I'm going to be continuing with my weekly hair washing. Now, I know some people, they don't like to wash their hair weekly, so I would recommend that you do it at least twice a month or every 2 weeks, because if you start off with a clean scalp, if your hair is fresh, clean, everything, all the buildup is removed, all the dirt is removed, all the pollution is removed from your scalp and your hair, you're giving it the best opportunity to grow. Like, everything that grows needs to be in a clean surrounding. Your hair is no different. If your scalp is not clean, if you have a lot of buildup on the scalp, or you might suffer from dandruff, dry scalp, flaky scalp, all of that, it will just be sitting on your scalp. The hair follicles will be choked. I can't think of a better word, but they'll be choked. They can't grow. Your hair strands and the hair that is growing is not gonna grow very well. That's it. Waffling down. Every time I wash my hair, I'll be using a sulfate-free shampoo. The reason being is sulfates can be so drying. They can really cause a lot of dryness. They can cause your hair to get very brittle. It can cause your hair to be very tough, very hard. Sulfates are what you use to wash your dishes, you know, and even to wash your clothes. Now, you don't want to put dishwater or dish soap in your hair. I know back in the day, we used to use fairy or morning light or what have you. Sometimes you'll say, oh yeah, it cuts the grease, it's really good for our hair. The things we used to do back in the day. Moving on. So talking about sulfate free shampoo, I am actually going to clarify every month, and what I mean by that is I'm going to be using a clarifying shampoo. The shampoo that I have actually does have sulfates in it. It also neutralizes, it also it clarifies, neutralizes, chelates, and something else I can't remember. But that shampoo for me is very important, because during the month I'll be using oils, especially now I'll be using more oils on this challenge. So I'm going to be using oils, I'm going to be using a lot of moisturizing products. I'll be using not so much serum, but some of the products I have do contain silicone, and silicone is something I'll talk about in a little while. So when I have all that on my hair, day-to-day pollution, everything that my hair will be getting everything that my hair will be getting during the month needs to come off. So I will be clarifying once a month. But some people who don't want to use sulfates at all, you can clarify your hair with ACV, which is apple cider vinegar, bicarbonate of soda or baking soda, whichever way you call it. You can use a mix with that, or you can use some clays that you can use shikai, I think that's how you pronounce it, or shikai, who knows, and bentonite clays. You can use that to clarify your hair if you don't want to use sulfates. When I wash my hair, I'll be pre-pooing. All that means is a pre-shampoo treatment. I'll be using either coconut oil or another oil, or an oil mix, or I'll be using conditioner. It really depends on the way my hair is. And one moment. Okay, hi, I had to move the fringe from my face because I kept on playing with it and it kept on going on my eye and everything. Right, distraction away. What was I saying? Pre-poo. So every time I wash my hair, I'll be doing a pre-poo, and all that means is a pre-shampoo treatment. I'll be using either coconut oil or an oil mix, or I'll be using a conditioner of some kind to do my pre-poo. It depends on how my hair is feeling. I never do things like so rigid. I go by how my hair's feeling. Sometimes when it's time to wash my hair's very dry, so then I will be putting a conditioner in there, or sometimes it feels like it needs just some nutrients, or you know, whatever it needs, that's what I'll do. And I normally like to pre-poo overnight. So I'll pre-poo and then I'll use my cleanser, and sometimes in the week also I will do a co-wash. And all a co-wash is a conditioner wash, or washing your hair with conditioner, or a conditioning treatment, or a conditioning cleansing treatment. That's all it means. Sometimes I will be doing a co-wash, but when I do a co-wash, I won't be doing a deep conditioning treatment. I will put probably a conditioner, but I'm moving way ahead of myself and I must stick to this because I will talk a lot. Okay, so Also, when I wash my hair, I'll be doing tea rinses or coffee rinses. Tea and coffee rinsing is really brilliant if you have shedding, or if you have breakage, or you have a dry scalp or an itchy scalp, or any kind of different problems. Tea rinses are great for that. You can use black teas, you can use herbal teas, you can use like you can make your own tea infusions, what have you. I don't use black tea because I'm allergic to black tea, but black tea is very good for shedding and stuff like that. I use herbal teas, you can use fruit teas, you can use any kind of tea. A lot of the teas that I do is my own infusions. I will use like petals or flowers and herbs and stuff like that, and I will just boil it in water and make my own infusions. But we can talk about that a little bit more. A coffee rinse, I don't do that all the time, but it's really good. When I had a lot of shedding, a lot of breakages, a lot of problems with my hair, I did a coffee rinse every time I washed my hair. But I did find that I didn't need to keep doing it anymore. Okay, so every time I wash my hair, I'll be doing a deep conditioning treatment. I've talked before about deep conditioner. I love it. My hair loves it. Deep conditioning treatment is using something in your hair that will penetrate, that will get into your hair shaft, that will get into the very core of your, like the core or cortex, whatever it's called, of your hair. And also it can treat your scalp as well. It's very important. Find deep conditioners very important because they add a lot of moisture, they can add nutrients to your hair, they can soften your hair. So I'll deep condition every time I wash my hair. Now once a month I'll be doing a protein treatment. Protein is very important in your hair routine or regimen or regime, whatever way you want to put it. Protein, if you know or you don't know, your hair is made up of protein, it's made out of keratin, it's made out of amino acids, etc. And your hair can lose protein. If your hair is relaxed or chemically treated, your hair actually loses a lot of protein. In fact, a relaxer, you know, it breaks down the bonds of your hair, etc, etc. So it's very important that you add protein to your routine or regime or regimen, however you want to call it. For natural hair, you might find that you don't need as much protein as somebody who has relaxed hair. I find for myself a monthly protein treatment is enough. Some of the products that I use do have protein in them, so I still get some protein during the month. When I started my hair journey, I didn't really understand about the protein and moisture balance. Everything that I'm talking about as well in this video, I'm not going to be going into too much in depth. I will put in the description bar, not description bar, yes, the description. I will be putting links to my playlist in the description, so you can go back and look at my healthy hair journey playlist and the videos that I've got in there, and they will discuss these things in more detail. I will also, as we go on through the hair growth challenge and everything else, I'll be making more videos and more posts about these kind of things and more information and whatnot. So moving on. Every night I will continue to moisturize and seal. All that means really is adding moisture to your hair and sealing it in. I'll be doing that by using a leave-in conditioner or a moisturizer. I'll be using a spritz first, then I'll moisturize my hair, and then I'll seal it with an oil. The oils I use can differ, but for the hair challenge especially, I have this jojoba oil, and I got this one because I know my hair really did really well with jojoba oil. So for this challenge, I will definitely be using jojoba oil to seal. I'll be using it on my scalp as well. Jojoba oil is really good, acts like, and it mimics the oils that your scalp naturally produces. I find that jojoba oil really penetrates into my hair very well. So talking about styling my hair now, for the hair growth challenge, I'll be doing low manipulation styles and protective styles. Low manipulation styles, I'll be using our wash and goes and cane rows and twists and stuff like that. I might be doing buns, but I find that it takes too long in the morning for me to do a bun because I have to, you know, tame I have to tame this hair, and I find it on the school run it just doesn't work for me. But I do buns maybe in the weekends. Low manipulation styles is very, very important, because I find that if I over manipulate my hair, it doesn't do very well. It has lots of breakage. I find it just doesn't act properly. Protective styles that I'll be using are plaits, extensions, weaves, and maybe wigs. I don't know. We'll see about that. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely be doing some form of plaits or twists with extensions, and maybe a weave style or a unit, sewn on unit. I'm not sure if I'll be doing the wigs, because I don't know. I mean, the whole purpose of people using a wig is so that they can take their hair off their head at night time. But with me, if I'm going to be doing a protective style, I'd rather just plait my hair down underneath and sew it up, and don't have to worry for a week or 2 weeks. You know, it just doesn't make sense for me to have the wig in the daytime and then take it off, because for me personally, it's just not helpful for me, because I might as well just have my hair in the cane rolls and then deal with it that way. So for it to be a longer term protective styling, I just find that a wig wouldn't work. But I'm not saying never. I might try it in this challenge. The next thing I'll be doing in this hair challenge is taking vitamins. Now I'm going to be talking a little bit about the vitamins, because I have had a few questions, and I did say I'll give you some information about the vitamins. Now normally I just take a normal let me see if I've written it down properly. I normally take a multivitamin or a B complex vitamin, and that's because I found that I was getting very tired. I was getting very low, like my moods were very low. I didn't have any energy, so I started taking like a B complex, and I'll just show you. This is one of the ones that I've taken in the past, and it has vitamin B1, vitamin B2, niacin, vitamin B6, folic acid, vitamin B12, biotin, and pantothenic acid. The biotin in here is not very much. I did find when I took the B complex, I did have a lot more energy. For the last 2 months, I was taking a women multivitamin, and I also take deodorized or odorless garlic, and I take that because garlic is really good for your hair anyway, but also just for my insides and to try and get, you know, all the nutrients I needed. When I take the B complex, I also use the cod liver or omega-3 oil or evening primrose oil with it. But when I took the women's, I can't talk properly. When I took the women's multivitamin, it had evening primrose in there, so I didn't need to take that. Now for the hair growth challenge, I picked up these skin, hair and nails, and these one was from Holland and Barrett, and I'll just quickly go through it. It's got vitamin A, D, E and C. It has vitamin B1, B2, B6, B12. It has niacin, pantothenic acid. It has biotin, and the biotin in here is much more than it was in the B complex. In here, the biotin says 400%. It has calcium, iodine, iron, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, selenium. That's another thing that I used to take when I took the B complex. I used to take selenium with it. Zinc, betaine, hydrochloride, choline, bitartrate, citrus bioflavonoids, whatever that is, and rosehip, some PABA, RNA, and rustin. I also will be taking MSM for this, because for the challenge, because I know that MSM is very good in hair growth, but also in your whole body. Now I am a little bit wary about taking skin, hair and nails, or taking vitamins that are directed for skin, hair and nails, because of the biotin content and the other stuff. I did find that when I took the B complex, I got a lot of rashes or breakouts or what have you. So I'm definitely going to be upping my water intake, but I will be upping my water intake anyway. I know that somebody asked me about biotin before. I haven't taken biotin by itself. I didn't want to risk any you know, issues with my skin. But if you are going to take biotin, I have researched, and you know, along my researches and the stuff like that, I found that you should be taking, if you take biotin, to try and take pantothenic acid with it also, because the pantothenic acid helps your body, I think it helps it to either absorb the biotin, or it helps your body to not to react so badly to biotin. But that's another issue altogether. But definitely biotin, I have seen a lot of people have great results with biotin. So, you know, if you want to take it, I'll be really interested to see your results really with the biotin. The skin, hair and nails, you don't have to get it from Holland & Barrett if you wanted to try. You can get Boots do their own version, Superdrug do their own version, other health stores or health shops do their own versions, and I know like Synaltogen do one. Lots of different vitamin companies do their own. But for me, Holland & Barrett, they were having a sale and it was half price, so that's why I picked it up. That's why I picked up that one. But any skin, hair and nails vitamin will be fine. I know there's some like targeted hair growth tablets or hair growth vitamins, hair growth pills, I don't know, like Hairfinity, Main Choice. There's so many, so just like do your research. Another reason why I went for the skin, hair and nails is because of accessibility. I can go to Holland & Barrett like anytime I need to get a re-up. I can just go into Holland & Barrett and get another bottle. Hairfinity and Main Choice, they're not that accessible for me. But if you do, like I said before, if you do take Hairfinity or the Main Choice, I would definitely love to see, you know, your results. I've heard great things about Hairfinity and great things about Main Choice as well. Another reason why I went for the skin, hair and nails, which I did kind of say before, is the price. Hairfinity for me was very expensive. So moving on, I'm going to be drinking bamboo tea. This is the brand that I get, just there. I haven't had bamboo tea for ages. I haven't had it for about 6 to 8 months, but I'm definitely going to be bringing it back into my routine or regimen, because bamboo tea really gave me good hair growth results during the months that I drank it. So I'll be using that again. I'll be drinking it hot or I'll be drinking it cold, whatever way I feel like. For me, the taste is fine. Some people think that it doesn't taste very nice. For me, I love it. I love the taste. I would drink it anyway, whether it's for hair growth or no hair growth. I just like the taste of it because I like herbal teas anyway. I'm going to be trying to eat well during this challenge as well, because I do find like you can put everything on your hair as much as you want, but you have to look after your inside. I know I'm not going to get all preachy, but you have to look after your inside. There's no point trying to throw things at your hair from the outside, but your inside you're not taking care of, because your hair is a product of your body, and like taking the vitamins and everything else is all well and good, but your first and foremost your nutrients should come from your dietary intake. So I will be continuing to try and eat well, and I say try because I do like to snack a little bit sometimes. I'm going to be continuing on my healthy body journey anyway, so I'm going to be using some high protein. I'll be adding some high proteins to my diet. Now I just wrote a little bit about the foods and stuff that could help get protein inside, and that's lean meat, fish, eggs, nuts, beans or soy products. Now it might be a bit faddy, I'm not sure, but I have heard and I have researched that carrot juice and carrots are very good with hair growth. Carrots seem to be really good with your skin as well, but you do need to be careful, because I think if you have too much carrots, you might start to go like an orange colour, and I'm not really looking to go orange. But carrots and almonds are meant to be really good for hair growth. So I'm maybe not too much almonds. I'm definitely going to be incorporating carrots, maybe the oils of the carrot and also the juice of the carrot. Exercise. I'll be continuing to try and do my workouts and my exercise. I'll be doing a lot of walking, I'll be doing some workouts, and my husband just joined us up to a gym, so I'll be doing that. And that's not just for hair growth, that's for just, you know, trying to get my body in check and trying to just be healthy. But definitely I find that when I was doing a lot of workouts while I was measuring my hair growth on my last hair challenge, which actually, when I think about it, I think my last hair challenge was way early in last year. But I found that when I was doing a lot of the exercising, I really did see a lot of hair growth. I'm going to be looking after my ends. I talked a little bit about my ends before, but I'm going to really baby my ends. Once I've trimmed off the dead ends, or trimmed off the bad parts of my ends, I'm going to really be babying my ends. I'm going to be looking after them. I'm going to be oiling them. I'm going to be treating them like silk. Yeah. Another thing I mentioned before is drinking water. I find myself slipping back now. I used to drink so much water, and then I stopped, and then I tried to bring it back up again, and I was doing really well, and then I kind of dropped off. But for this challenge, I'm going to be drinking a lot of water. I'm going to be needing to drink a lot of water anyway, because for them vitamins. But drinking water is just important for not just hair growth, for your whole health. Talking about water is a whole nother video in itself, because water is important for your day-to-day life. You're made up of mostly water. You need to replenish yourself. You lose a lot of liquids during the day. You need to replenish yourself. You need to stay hydrated. You need to stay moisturized for your skin, for your hair, for your everyday life, for your organs. Water. Yeah, that's another tip, is a hair growth aid. Now, I'll be using a hair growth oil. I'll be using my Hairlicious and also my boosted cinnamon oil. That's what I'll be doing for a boosted hair growth. You can use the same, or you can get something called Do Grow. Some people use something called Wild Growth. There's so many different hair growth aids on the market at the moment, but I use Hairlicious. Also, but Jamaican black castor oil. If you don't want to buy any hair growth aid or a hair growth oil mix, just get you some Jamaican black castor oil or Haitian black castor oil and use that for your hair growth aid. I'm telling you, for your edges, for your nape, you just massage it in, and that's what I'll be doing. And the last tip is to avoid heat on your hair, that is. Now, direct heat is what I'm talking about. That's from the hairdryer, from tongs, from wands, from straighteners, or flat irons. I've really cut out my heat usage on my hair anyway, but this is a tip for people who use heat. Try and cut it out. If you can't cut it out, for the 90-day challenge, try and cut it out. But if you can't, really try and minimize the amount of heat. Cut it down to a bare minimum, especially for this challenge. I'm not talking about like for all the time, because you know, maybe you want to use heat, but for this challenge, really try. If you can, try and cut it down to once a month. I put hair just because I was looking at some people who use heat in their regime or their routine, and when they was trying to cut their heat down, they would say that they would use heat, like, or straighten the hair, or curl it 1 week and then leave it for another week. So they wouldn't wash their hair once a week as they usually did. They would straighten their hair, then they would leave their hair for 2 weeks, then on the 3rd week they'd probably like plait it up, or when they wash their hair they will wear it curly, so they will have it straight for 2 weeks, curly for 2 weeks, and they would do that, and they found that they could cut down their heat usage on their hair that way. If you do use heat, please use a heat protectant is very important. I'm not saying that you will not get heat damage by using the heat protectant, but it would really help. It really will help. I find, because I mean, like I said, I don't use heat on my hair anymore, but when I did use heat back in the day, I never used heat protectant. I just used to just curl my hair. And also, if you're going to use heat on your hair, please do it on clean hair. Air dry as much as possible. If you can't air dry, or you don't want to air dry, you don't have enough time, use low or cool air. A lot of hair dryers have a cool hair button, or some of them have a cool hair setting. Use it the lowest that you can. If that's still not, you know, helpful for you, try and roller set, because if you roller set, you can use indirect heat, like a you know, the hood dryer. I actually don't have a stable hood dryer. I use a hood that it's like a soft hood that inflates. I use that. When you roller set, if you use the big rollers, that will get your hair smooth and more straight, and if you use the smaller rollers, you'll get curls. And I mean, if you have got time, you can roller set overnight, so you don't need to use heat at all. Now I just have the last one. Now, just quickly talking about the products that I'll be using. I'll be using moisturizers, like I said before. I'll be using spritz. You can use a spritz, or you can use just water if you like to moisturize, but I find my hair doesn't do well with just spritzing water on it. It's like looking at it like, what's that? What are you doing with that? But if it works for you, or you can use water and a conditioner, or you can use water and a leave-in conditioner. You know, you can put it in a spray bottle. My sons, their hair loves when I do like make these little spritz for them, like with the water and everything. My hair's like, no, what are you doing? I find I can use rose water in my hair. If I use rose water and put the conditioner or rose water in a leave-in, then my hair likes that, but it does just not like plain water. I'll be using aloe vera, and I'll be using my clays. Now the oils that I'll be using, I don't know if I've just got this kind of fetish for oils, but I love oils. I use oils all the time, and I use all different oils. On a normal like day-to-day basis, I'll be using coconut oil or grapeseed oil. Like I said before, my jojoba oil I'll definitely be using, and I'll also be adding emu oil. Emu oil also is very good for hair growth. I use pumpkin seed oil, avocado oil, I can't remember if I said that, apricot oil, olive oil, rapeseed oil. Now I don't use them all at once, or I don't use like just putting all of them in my hair. I will use different ones at different times, and I would use it in an applicator bottle. And I have to quickly wrap up the video because I've got to go and do the school run, and I want to upload this video so that I can post it up for you guys today. So that's it really. That's the intro, a very long intro to the hair growth challenge, and I can't wait to see everybody's results. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun, because like I said before, I do the challenges by myself, and I really gonna enjoy doing it with other people. So anyway, I'm gonna just sign off now because I'm gone on a rambling tangent once again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.